Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to have an opportunity to share with you guys tonight a little bit about PB and POB qualification. So my name is Alexis Busselman. I'm a national marketing director with the Juice Plus company, and I chose this topic tonight to talk with you about because this is or can be the largest part of our paycheck if we make sure that we are reaching the right qualifications to achieve this. So it is, I feel like, one of the biggest missed opportunities in our business because oftentimes people don't know that once they achieve the position of QSC, they become eligible for this bonus that they can get every single month. And I just feel like this is something that we all should be talking more about. So, on our team, we are working hard to recognize people who achieve performance bonus qualification. So, on our team, you will see a flyer every single month that recognizes those who are leaders. It'll have their picture on it. And if you come to our conferences, we have a team luncheon at every conference where we recognize those people who are performance bonus qualified for the first time. It is really a big step in your business. And tonight we're going to learn why. So, first of all, the way I like to remember this is as far as compensation goes, you start at a partner and then you become a partner plus, and then you become QSC. When you become QSC, this is when you become eligible for this 3% bonus. And this is a 3% bonus on your entire team. So maybe you say, well, I only have one or two teammates. So right now, that 3% is just 3% of a little bit. But what if you had 20 teammates or 50 teammates or 100 teammates? And you just think about the potential that that 3% could really have. It can be really great over time. And so we get paid a variety of different ways. 5 different ways. And the 3% for our performance bonus qualification will traditionally be the biggest percentage of your entire paycheck. Even myself, I feel like I'm not nearly at a position where Carolyn or Tyra are already at, and already in my own paycheck, that 3% is the largest portion. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. And then the next step is sales coordinator. That's our highest commissioned level. And then you move into leadership from there. But when you become a sales coordinator, you become eligible for POB, which is another 3% bonus. And that 3% is paid on your sales coordinator. So that means your strongest teammates in your organization. So before we go on, I just want to paint the picture of what if you bring someone into this business and they become a national marketing director. Think about the potential that would have for helping your paycheck. And maybe you're not moving as fast as them. Maybe you're not ready to be a national marketing director as quick as they are. If you are PB qualified, you'll earn 3% on their business. And if you're POB qualified, you'll earn 6% on their business. So you could be earning 6% on their business, even if they pass you and they're technically a higher position in our company than you are. If you stay PB and POB qualified, you'll make 6% on their business. And who knows, maybe they're fastest growing person in the company, or maybe they're a medical professional, or maybe they have a really huge business. So just know that there's a lot of potential there, and you don't want to leave the money on the table, because if you're a QSC and you don't have that PB qualification, you are leaving money on the table. So tonight we're going to talk about what that looks like. How do you achieve that? How do you track that? And why do we want to achieve that, which we've obviously talked about a little bit, but we can even talk more in specific into numbers of how that impacts your paycheck. So the first thing I want to show you guys is a resource on the Freedom Revolution, which is a great website. We used to use it a lot more. Now often we go to boards. You can also find this resource on boards. But we have basically a summary of our phase 1, which is our partner plus QSC and sales coordinator promotions. And then we have a document that is phase 2. And so today I'm going to show you guys the phase 1 document. And we're just going to take a quick peek at what this looks like. So if I scroll up here higher, it walks through each of the different positions that you can achieve. But right now we're going to go ahead down here and we're going to look at realizing the possibilities. So this is our income potential. You see the 5 ways that we're paid. We're paid on our sales profit, our commissions, And then you'll see our bonuses. So we have the PB performance bonus, which is 3%, the POB, which is 3%. And then we have a business incentive bonus, which is what we achieve once we receive a leadership position. We have the opportunity to also receive a business incentive bonus. And the way I always tell people about that is a lot of companies give away cars or fancy vacations. Our company just adds a line item to our paycheck and gives us additional money to invest back into our businesses or our families, whatever we need to be investing in to continue growing. And so I really love that, because with where I'm at in my life, I would much rather invest that money into things that are going to be helping grow my business and allow me to spend more time with my family, which is my true ultimate goal right now, than going on a lavish vacation or a cruise. So those are some ways right there. Then you have title rewards, which hopefully you guys are familiar with. We get a cash bonus every single time we achieve a promotion. And then the last one is benefits and incentives. So our leadership positions also have benefit packages that go along with them. So those are all the ways to get paid. So if you're listening to this call right now, take a look at that list. Check off where you're at. If you're a partner plus with our company, you're receiving sales profit. So go ahead and check that off. And you're receiving commissions, 5% if you're a partner plus. If you're a QSC, you're achieving that 10%. So you can check that off. And then look at what else you have a chance to be earning. So this is the possibilities with our company. You can really be earning a variety of different ways. And so when you look at the performance bonus qualification, that 3% right there, again, you have to be a QSC as a minimum. And it is an 1,800. So I'm going to kind of get into some of the numbers here now, and then I'm going to show you a visual of how you find that. So it's 1,800 for PB qualification and 5,400 for performance bonus or promote out bonus. So I'm going to take that away just so you guys have a chance to see my face again. But you are looking towards 1,800 for PB and 5,400. These are paid volumes. So this is different than when you're going for the lower promotional levels. That's promotional volume. So just to give you an example, we'll do a duo because that's an easy number here. A duo is 200 promotional volume, right? It's paid $50 each month. 50, 50, 50, 50. Total is 200. So when you are going for your promotions, you get to count 200 promotional volume towards your 900 you need or your 3,600 you need. But when we're looking at performance bonus qualification, the company is looking at paid volume. So you have 50, 50, 50, 50. And the most important thing is if you have 50, 50, 50, 50, you're nice and even, right? You can count on that 50 points every single month towards your 1,800. Well, what happens when your Aunt Karen decides, well, I'm just going to pay for all my orders in full, and you get all that 200 points in 1 month, and then you have 0, 0, 0 until it reships again. So if any of you guys have ever had your sponsor tell you, make sure everything's on installments, this is why. This is why we get you to this point, because once you achieve that 1,800, we really want you to have it every single month. We don't want you to swing up and swing down. And sometimes that does happen. And honestly, because you get to count your partners and your partner pluses on your team, maybe you have a whole bunch of partners and partner pluses that are helping add towards that number, and maybe one of them has all their orders paid in full. Sometimes we can't always affect that, but you can have control over your personal orders, and you can help people if they ask the question, should I pay for it in full or should I do the installments? You can always help people lean towards the installments route, because that's going to help keep your business really steady. So you want to shoot for that 1,800 every single month, because once you hit that, you'll get that 3% bonus. So let's take a look at how do you track that bonus. So our company has made it really easy with the designs of our new website, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at our dashboard now. So, oh goodness, went black there for me for a second. So this is our dashboard. I'm showing you one of our teammates, Debbie. She has done an incredible job. She's a QSC, and you'll see on her dashboard, you can see her commissions, which she's made 100% of her commissions. And then you'll go down here to her performance bonus qualification. This box shows that so far has 1,743 paid volume, and she has 371 pending. So if you add those two numbers together, she will be over the 1,800 for this month, and she can count on being performance bonus qualified for the month of November. I love this tracking system because you can log in at any point during the month and take a look and see where you're at. So if you log in the 1st of December and it tells you that you have 0 paid, but you have 2,100 pending, you know that you'll be over that 1,800 mark, and that makes it easy to set your goals for the month. So if you are finishing up lower than 1,800, make that your goal to hit that 1,800 by the end of the month. So this is a really great way. You do not have this box on your screen until you become a QSC. Or if you're a brand new QSC like Susie is, you actually won't see this on your screen until next month in December. So if you are not a QSC yet, you won't have this, but as soon as you become one, it comes up. And then when you become a sales coordinator, you are able to qualify for the promote out bonus. So Haley, we're going to take a quick peek at you because I know you're working hard at this. Okay, so on Haley's, we see that she's 100% on her commissions. We see that she's 100% on her performance bonus. And then here is her promote out bonus. So remember on this one, our goal is 5,400 and she's at 6,404 and she has 1,000 still pending. So she is in a really great place. She can count on being promote out bonus qualified again this month. And this is important because Haley is working on promoting out leaders. She is going to be promoting out sales coordinators on her team. And we want to make sure that she gets paid on them. So you always want to make sure that you got that 1,800 and you have the 5,400 once you reach the sales coordinator position. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen now because I'm going to explain the last thing, which can kind of make it a little bit confusing. So I'm just going to walk you through it really quick. I always tell my girls, some of you have probably heard this before, this takes multiple exposures. So if this is the first time you are hearing the difference between PB and POB, just know it can kind of be confusing. And the part I'm going to explain now is who counts towards those two numbers, because you're not doing this by yourself. I want you to know that you're not dependent to get that whole 1,800 just from your personal orders. It's great if you have that, but you don't have to. So when you are going for the PB bonus, when you are a QSC, you're able to count your partner pluses and your partners and your customer orders. Isn't that amazing? So if you have 5 girls on your team that are all partners or partner pluses, you get to count all their orders towards that 1,800. So again, this is why it's important to make sure you have some teammates to help you out. But once one of them achieves the QSC position, they are now working towards the performance bonus as well. So you don't get to count their numbers towards your QSC position. So the way I always remember it is if the person on my team is eligible for the same bonus that I am, then I don't get to count their points. So for PB qualification, you get to count partners, partner pluses, and your personal customers. You can definitely make the 1,800 with that. That's about 18 quad orders between everybody. You guys can do it. Now, when you're looking at the POB for once you achieve sales coordinator, it's the same idea. So you got your customers, you have your partners, you have your partner pluses, and you have your QSCs. All gets to count towards that 5,400 that you're shooting for. The only ones who don't count towards that total are your sales coordinators, because they're also going for that same position, that same bonus. So that is, I would say in a nutshell, the way that this works. The other thing I will tell you guys, and you may have seen it on that when I shared my screen there, is we get excess. So the company is really generous. If you achieve 1,800 or maybe you're blowing it out of the water like Haley is, and you're way over, the company will allow you to keep that as your excess. So right now you can have an excess as up to 1,800 in your performance bonus qualification category. So that means even if you promoted somebody out and you were using a lot of their points, you have a little bit of cushion because you can always pull from your excess that next month and still get paid that 3%. And same thing for POB. And I will just tell you guys, on our team, we have a lot of people who are moving really fast. We're promoting out sales coordinators at a pretty quick pace. And so it's okay to use that excess that's in there. When you have really superb months like Haley has had, we looked at her numbers, she's already way over on POB. You can bank that. So as you promote out sales coordinators, the company knows it's going to take you a few months to work your way back up to that 5,400 again. So the beauty of this is, I will tell you guys, being in the business for 5 years, you will find that some people are really happy at Partner Plus. They don't want to become a QSC. They're happy getting that 5% back on their family's orders, and they're great. Some people end up really happy at QSC. They started working their business and they were really into it, and life happened and they got busy, and they're really happy there. And ultimately, you're going to end up having people in your organization that you're going to be able to count on for those points. It most likely is not all going to depend on you, especially if you have some teammates. So that's kind of the overview of everything. The last thing I want to tell you guys as far as compensation goes, I have seen people in our organization that are QSCs, that are performance bonus qualified, making more money than people on our team that are in leadership that are not performance bonus qualified. So your title does not determine the amount of money that you make. The amount of money that you make is really going to be dependent on if you're PB qualified and if you have PB qualifiers on your team. So that is really the biggest goal, is to ultimately grow people to QSC and make lots of PB qualifiers, because that's such a huge milestone in our business. So I know that was fast and furious. It was a lot of information, a lot of screens moving around there, but hopefully you guys feel comfortable. You can at least go into your office and look, where is my PB meter at? How am I going to end up this month? And it's something that you can start tracking on your own. And now maybe you have a little bit better idea of what that means when you see our leadership board come across each month and you see those leaders who are consistently PB or POB qualified. So if you guys have questions, I'm absolutely happy to take them. Tyra, if you have anything to add before you stop the recording, I would be happy if you'd like to add anything.
Only thing I want to add is to reiterate, yes, go for PB and go for POB, because you do not want to leave any money on the table. That's yours for the taking. It's there and it's extra. So I just encourage you to think that mark, PB and POB.
Okay. All right. We can probably stop the recording, and then if we have any questions, we'll take those.